everybody! So, still excited about my beautiful journals. From Fear, Back to Love. Embrace Your Inner Unicorn, which is all about self-confidence. And then this one's the one I'm going to be talking to you about today. I had a question from somebody who was asking me just to show them a bit of the inside and what's what with this one. So here we go. Now, so it's called Awareness, Boundaries and Confidence, 7 Steps to Better Relationships. Because for years I thought I was getting on all right with people and I was actually just treading water, I suppose. I always felt fake. I never felt that I had that proper connection. I felt like I'd always said too much. I didn't listen enough, all of those things. So, to give you an idea of what's going on in here, I've split it up. So this is the contents page here, which I appreciate you probably can't see very well, but I split it up. You can see there awareness, boundaries and confidence. So the ABC of relationship with other people. Now, awareness is all about being aware of how you come across and ways that you can change your behaviour to get the most out of relationships. It's not changing yourself to fit in better. It's about being aware of how you interact with others. And the first thing that I take you through in the journal is all about how to take compliments. But it's a lot more in depth than that. It's about the reasons why it's important to just be accepting of what people say, and I take you through and I teach you how to do it. That's the thing. So you imagine, how would it feel to you if somebody gave you a compliment and you were able to just say thank you without anything else? Because if you say that, you're accepting it as true. How would it feel to not have that chatterbox mind going, oh my God, oh, I doubt it, you know, the stuff we come back with. Then, a big one about how to listen. So I take you through some exercises on what you can do to make sure that you're really engaging in a conversation that's two-way. Even yesterday I met somebody that I haven't seen in years, and I mean like 25 years? And it was nice, just clicked again, but I was very aware that I'd probably talked too much because I felt nervous, weirdly. Then the next section we've got is all about boundaries. So, something I've learned a lot throughout my life. How to set boundaries with people in a way that keeps you comfortable and keeps you feeling safe. So that if you don't feel like going somewhere or doing something, you feel okay about saying no to them. And I take you through how to do that in a way that means that you're not giving so much of yourself. We talk about how to identify when you find somebody who's part of your tribe and your connection. Actually, that was the image for that. I'll show you. So the image that I've used for that is this that I painted after I did a meditation in a group that I'm on in Facebook. And this came to me, and it's a lapis lazuli TARDIS, the original's with its owner. And it was after being connected to part of this amazing group that I wrote, I painted that picture, and I knew I had to use it. So I talk a bit about like the natural order of relationships, how people naturally fit in with other people, what it's like to be alone, what it means to be alone, how you can increase your circle of friends and people who really have got your back. And then we focus on releasing guilt, because a lot of what stops us moving forward in our relationships is, we can carry guilt for things, and it can mean that it affects our every single interaction. So I go into detail about how that can impact upon you and help you to, this is the point, it's a guided self-care journal, so it's not just me talking at you. There are exercises in here to help you work out where your guilt comes from, whose judgment it is you're feeling, how you can move through that, what you can make from it, what you can build from it. And then I will be recording a couple of, because I've just seen here there's a visualization to get rid of the guilt. So I will be creating the videos and the MP3s to take you through this so that you can do that really easily. And then we've got a section here on how to say, or when you say yes and no in relationships, what that means, why we say yes or no, how to say no to people in a way you're comfortable with, like I've said, what it can mean if you're giving so much of yourself. And then we go on to the confidence side of things. So basically we're looking at, okay, let's be aware of where you're coming from at the moment. Setting your boundaries, why it's important to set your boundaries and how to do that in different ways. And then we move on to the confidence section. And look at this, my beautiful jackdaw. He now lives in Switzerland, strutting his stuff. Okay, strut your stuff. So again, some intense but bloody awesome exercises in here, if I do say so myself, because I've done it, right? And oh, it took a while. Believe me, it took a while to get comfortable working through that stuff, but I'm so glad I did, and I should be doing it every year, and in fact I'm going to. And then of course we move on to comparison. So again, comparison is the thing that we all do, unconsciously, sometimes consciously. And some funny stories about me, like here. I saw this picture of me that a new friend took, and all I saw was the saggy boobs and the big tummy. But actually, that she saw it as a mum playing with her family. So I put it in here because it's me laid bare, so to speak. So all about, there's exercises of who you compare yourself to, why you do it, how to work through that. There's some really good things in here that will encourage you to rewrite how you think about yourself. It's a big thing, but it really does work. And then we've got the, we kind of rate where you're at again now. In the back, I take you through the things you can do different, the things you can do next, like my online courses, the other journals you can buy. I've done it with QR codes, so you just scan them and it takes you straight there. And then at the back, I've got some helpful resources, so some other communities you can join, things you can read, tips, artwork that I do, all of those sorts of things. So if you want to know more, just ask me, because each page has got an introduction, a daily thing that you fill in every day. So you start off by ticking off things. So have you done today's exercise? I'm not going to give it all away here, but you tick off all the bits you've done. You put your morning intentions, so I'll sort of say, look, how are you responding at the minute? Are you prepared to work through this? And then you just pop down your thoughts and feelings, and then you've got your evening reflections where I've got prompts to ask you questions to help you to write your answers. Affirmations. Every positive step you take back to love for yourself should be celebrated. The best way to do this is affirm out loud, if you can, these affirmations. The last one is blank for you to create one of your own, and I encourage you to do that every morning. And then there's gratitude, because even last night Olaf was in a bad state and I managed to get him to turn it around and to feel grateful for good stuff that had happened in the day instead of focusing on the bad. So I'll pop a link for you to buy this in the comments. Yeah, so if you want to get your copy, I would love it if you would. And I'll be doing a course as well. I'm going to be doing these challenges so that you get for the price of the journal, which is $24.95, you get me guiding you through the challenge. so that we go through it one challenge a day, and we really kind of nail this and hammer this, okay? And then I'll be longer term doing other courses where they take longer, so there's a thing a week. It's a really more intensive process, but we'll get to that. First of all, I just really want these to start making a difference to people, and I'm really proud of them. So, as I say, I'll put the links in. I love the shininess of this one. I might actually make all of them shiny, I think. I'll see how I feel. Anyway, lots of love. Thank you for watching.